Guys, please check your audio and video settings, please. Guys, please check your audio and video settings, please. Yeah. Yesterday we have discussed how to deal with @query method for single row operations. In that one, we have discussed how to get all column values of single row, specific multiple column values, and a specific single column value. Then we have discussed about how to deal with aggregate operations. Come on. Then we discussed about what is this? Native SQL non-select operations. Non-select operations. This is what we discussed in yesterday's class. All right. Yeah. Performing non-select operation using HQL or JPQL in query methods. Right, guys. For other non-select operations like delete, update, we need to place what? @query plus @modifying annotation. Array modifying indicates this is not a select query. Otherwise, every query will be treated as a select query. Understanding my point there? Okay. So if we are not taking separate service class, then we need to place @transactional on the top of repository or @query plus modifying annotation, otherwise optional. Okay, maybe in this recent version they are expecting, even though we have taken service class, guys. Okay, even though we have taken service class, they might be expecting. Otherwise, what we do is 1 minute. We will try to place in previous versions I tested, guys. Okay, we will try to place @transactional at what level? Service class level, then we will see once. Close all editors. Yeah, repo, vaccine. So yesterday we have kept here @transactional here, guys. I'm keeping this one down there. Right. So now we are having service class, guys. Service class, service interface. Here I'm taking service. Right here. At the rate transactional. At the rate transactional. Okay. Propagation required. Default also required only, guys. Okay. No need of writing propagation required. Default is also required. Let's see now. Yes. Modify this. Run this one. Run as. Oh, I have to run this one. Run the application, guys. Yeah, number of actions updated are what? 2. Okay. See, if you take at service class level, optional. Actually, taking at service class also optional, guys. Let me try this now. Then it's giving error. Maybe. Yeah, transaction is required. Transaction is required. Let me take the copy of it. Copy. Then we will write like this. If you are not taking separate service class, then we need to place rather a transactional on the top of repository interface or query methods plus modifying methods. Otherwise, okay, I will say we need to place, otherwise, we need to place, we need to place on the top of, what is this? Service class methods or service class itself. Okay, service class itself. Clear, guys? Fine. Choice is yours. Service class itself. Okay, that's the one thing, boss. Next, let's go to one delete query, because update query yesterday we have seen, boss. Let's concentrate on what? One delete query. Insert query is not there. I have tested it. If you are interested, you can test one more time at home. Insert query is not there. Yeah, return type is int. Okay. Yes. Public int. Delete vaccine. Delete vaccine by. Delete vaccine by price range. Delete vaccine by price range. Okay. Vaccines by price range. Yeah. Double start price. Double start price. Okay. Double end price. Yeah. Min price, mine price. Anything you can take, guys. Not a issue. Okay. At the rate modifying. Okay. Here, what is this? Delete from corona vaccine, where delete from corona vaccine, where okay, where price between you can use price between start price and end price. Okay, to give the feeling they are the named parameters. Start price and end price. Cool guys. Yes, boss. Here declaration of the method. Here is what? At the rate transaction. Choice is yours. You can write either on the service method or you can write in the this one only. Price. Done, boss. So this is one more thing. Non-select operation. Okay. So here I am taking what? Public int. Remove vaccines by price range, guys. Price range. Tell me. Double start price, double end price. Double start price, double end price. Cool. Okay. Remove action by price range, guys. Start and end price. Okay. So here is what? Return Corona report dot. What is this? Delete vaccines by price range. Done. Okay, boss. Now listen. I'll take this one. Non-select operations related update operation, boss. Yes. Now tell me. Okay. Number of vaccines deleted. Number of vaccines deleted. Service dot. Remove vaccine by price range. Come on, guys. 600 dot o. Next 800 dot o. That's it, guys. Okay. I think belonging to that range, many vaccines are there. Let's see what happens. Okay. Number of records that are deleted are what? 5. Oh, we are going to lose all the records. Huh? Fine. Already deleted, guys. Ayyo. Corona underscore vaccine was data. Yeah, we lost almost all the records. Okay, only 3 records are left whose range is what? 415. Fine, let it be. If needed, we'll insert the record. What is there in that? I think you got the clarity, guys. Okay, either you have to keep at the rate transactional on the top of what? Repository methods or on what? Service method. Service method. In previous version, even keeping in the on the top of service class is optional, guys. Okay, now they made it mandatory. So in one or other place, you have to write at the rate transactional when it comes to non-select operation. But you need not to take transaction manager and all this stuff. It internally work with what? Hibernate transaction manager to manage the transactions. Clear, guys? Okay. Code in repository interface. Code in repository interface. Okay. Code in repository interface. Yes, boss. Done. This is the paste. Done, boss. Next. Code in service interface. Code in service interface. Here is our service interface code, guys. Copy this, paste. Done. Code in, yeah, if you apply at the rate transactional on the method level, only on that method will be applied. If you apply at the rate transactional on the class level, it will be applied on all the methods. It will be applied on all the methods of that class. Come on, same thing. Code in service IMPL class. Okay. Code in service IMPL class. This one. Code in service IMPL class. Code in runner class. Code in runner class. That's it, my dear. Okay. Okay, now let's go for native SQL queries. Using @query. Are you understanding my point there? Okay. Kundan Kumar, I kept it repository interface. Please, guys. For delete method, I kept it repository interface. People joins lately and disturbs themselves. Array, second one I have not kept here. For second one I have kept here. Check it out. Kundan Kumar, Mr. Nokia. Right. Using query methods. Query methods having native SQL queries, guys. Native SQL queries. Having native SQL queries. Right. So this is our requirement, boss. Sir, we are already happy with HQL and JPQL, and HQL and JPQL queries are database software independent. Then why should I go for native SQL queries? In which situation we should go for native SQL queries? Come on. Native SQL queries means the underlying database software specific. The underlying database software specific Oracle SQL queries. SQL queries. That means if the underlying database software is what? Database software is Oracle, then Oracle specific SQL queries. Okay, and etc. Oracle specific SQL queries. Okay, next one, using @query method having native SQL queries. Use these native SQL queries to perform those operations which are not possible with come on, HQL or JPQL queries. HQL or JPQL queries like insert query. Next one, insert query. Next one, date operations. Date operations. Sysdate in Oracle. Now off in MySQL. Come on. Functions are changing or not there. Next. DDL. DDL queries. DDL queries. Okay. To call PL SQL procedures and functions. Yeah, sometimes we use here. To call PL SQL procedures and functions. If something is possible with HQL or JPQL, go with. Okay. Go with. Array, joins are supported by, please. Joins are HQL support joins, guys. HQL support joins. HQL supports joins. Got the point? Okay. I have not taken that concept. I will take that concept when I teach association mapping in what? In Spring Data JPA. To call PL SQL procedures and functions. Yeah, all these are possible, guys. At this time, you have to place. Okay. Use @query annotation. Okay, guys. Use @query annotation. Come on. With native query is equal to true. Native query with native query is equal to true. Are you getting my point? Use @query annotation with native query is equal to true. It's a native query or native SQL query. 1 minute. What is this? Native query is a Boolean one. Are you noticing it, guys? Okay. Are you noticing it, guys? That's a Boolean one. Native query is equal to true. Param. Param to work with native SQL query. Native SQL queries. Fine. Next one. While working with native SQL queries, we can place 3 types of parameters. JDBC style positional parameters. Yes. Positional parameters. Come on, guys. Question mark symbols. Next, JPA style. JPA style. Ordinal positional parameters. Ordinal positional parameter. Question mark 2. Question mark 3. Dot dot dot. Okay. Nice. Next, named parameters. Column name 1, column name 2, dot, dot, dot. Are you understanding my statement, guys? JDBC style positional parameters, guys. Done. JPA style ordinal positional parameters. Next, here are what? Named parameters. Is that clear, my dears? Come on. Yes, we can have support of all the things. Okay. So now let's see, guys. Native SQL queries. Native SQL queries. Public, public int, public int, insert vaccine, public int, insert vaccine. Now tell me here. Yeah, it's a purely query, guys. What are the parameters? Long registration number. Okay, first of all, in the table, in which order columns are there? They are very important. Company, country, name, price, required doses count. Okay, this is different order. This is different. Table is created in a different order. Company, country, name, price, required doses. Okay. String company. String company. No, here no entity object, boss. Collecting from entity object, record insertion is not possible. You have to pass as parameters only. String company. Tell me next. String name. Okay. Double price. Okay. Double price into doses count. Into doses count. Done. Copy this, paste. Insert into what is that? Corona vaccine. Hey, now it's HQL, native SQL query. Table names. You have to write table names. You should write table names and column names. Please. What is my table name? Corona underscore vaccine. Check it out. Corona underscore vaccine. Yes, boss. This is very important, guys. Native SQL queries will be written. Native SQL queries will be written using DB table name and it's a column names. Okay, and it's a column names. Got the point? I think country also there. String country. Yeah, let me give the feeling. We can work with what? JDBC style positional parameters in while dealing with a native SQL, guys. Okay, total how many question marks? 3. 3 plus 3, 6. Fine. 3 plus 3, 6. Okay. First, I will try to do without modifying, but how to tell this is a native SQL query? You write in a value param. Okay. Now you go for it. Native SQL is equal to true. Otherwise, by default, it will think that it is a HQL or JPQL query. Are you understanding my statement? Okay, let's keep parenthesis. To tell that, no, it is not a HQL or JPQL query, it is a native SQL query. Then you have to write native query is equal to true. Then you have to write what? Native query is equal to true. Now come here. Public int register vaccine. Public int register vaccine. Come here, guys. Paste. Okay, done. Go to the service class boss. Register vaccine, guys. Simply call that method. Corona report dot register vaccine. No, there what? Insert vaccine, same story. Go to the runner class, my dear. Sys out. Okay, guys. Here is what? Non-select operation. Sorry, not non-select operation. What is this? Native SQL queries. Native SQL queries. Tell me here. Int count is equal to service dot register vaccine L. What's the null value? Okay, I think we lost a lot of actions, guys. Okay, company, serum company. Serum. Next, country, India. Vaccine name. What is the vaccine name? Covishield. Covishield. Next, double price. 678. Come on. Double price 678.0. Number of doses. Yes, guys. Tell me, guys, if count double equal to 0. Okay, guys. Array, we have to write in the table order, no option. You have to write in the here you can see was in service class method you can give any order, but In service class, you can change the order, not a problem. In service class, you can change the order. Only thing is, while calling repository method, you have to remember and pass the order. That's it. Okay. Sysout record not inserted. Else sysout. What is that? Record inserted. That's it, guys. Okay. Now let's run the application now. Sysout record insert. Okay, what's the error? What is the error? Fetch out for sequencer. Huh? What is happening? Generic JDBC exception could not execute the query. Could not execute the query. Nested exception generic execute. Could not execute the query. What's happening? Could not execute the query. SQL exception. Fetch out sequence name. Fetch out sequence name. No, I didn't keep any auto generator, guys. I did not keep any auto generator. 1 minute. When I'm using native SQL query, why it is bother about sequence related stories? No, question mark should be supported. Wait. Question mark should be supported, guys. Come on. Question mark should be supported. Wait. At the actually these are at the rate modifying, guys. At the rate transactional. Okay, just a minute. Done. Corona test. Unique constraint exception is violated. Earlier you observe record is inserted. Earlier record is inserted, but we got exception. Okay, fine. Okay, now let me give new data. Wait, we'll come to one conclusion. Maybe 574. What is this? Bharat Biotech. Bharat Biotech. Covaxin. Covaxin. Okay, 671.1. Number of doses are required to. Okay. Yes, record is inserted, guys. Record is inserted. Come here, refresh. So you are able to insert the record or not. Okay. Now let's take, no need. I think earlier this range is out of something. This range is out of number range, it seems, boss. Okay, next. For non-select operations, we have to use. For non-select operations. For any non-select operations, we should use at the rate transactional, guys. Okay. Now, listen. See, we are able to work with JDBC style positional parameters, guys. Yes or no? Na? Okay. Now let's remove this modifying and transactional. Let's remove this modifying and what transactional. Okay. Let's take What is this? Rusi company. Yes, guys, come on. Russia. Russia, guys. Okay, what is the vaccine name? Sputnik. Sputnik. Okay, that's fine. Let's see this one. Yeah, since yeah, again, earlier problem came because of what, guys? Not sequence other thing. We have to place what? Listen, listen. It is showing exception, but it is doing insertion operation. Did you notice that? Come on, come on. When you don't write at the rate transactional and this one, it might be showing exception. Come on. It might be showing exception, saying that and this, but actually it is performing what? Okay. Are you understanding my statement? Failed to execute command line runner. It is showing like this, but it actually happily it is what? Doing insertion operation. Are you getting my point, guys? Come on. Right. Okay. Done. Just a minute. 73 Rusi one, Smutnik one. Yes, price is a different price. Let's have a look. Okay. Yes, they are giving fetch out problems, but you observe this. You observe this. Oh, this time record has not come. So that means what? At the rate transactional. Yeah, leave it. So we'll go to our guidelines, guys. What is that? So non-select query, that's why at the rate modifying. Okay, then we are keeping what? Transactional. Listen, if you are not interested to hard code registration number, if you want to generate registration number dynamically, what you can do? You can involve sequence also, boss. If you are interested, you can involve sequence also. You want to involve sequence? Just a minute, 1 minute. Okay, here we will go for sequence involvement. Sequence involvement. Yes, here what is there? Sequence, guys. Okay, there are so many sequences, but let me create one more sequence. New sequence, boss. What is that? REG underscore NO. REG underscore vaccine underscore REG underscore NO underscore sequence. Start with 1,000. Start with 1,000. Increment by 1. Minimum value 1,000. Max value 1 lakh. Save OK. Okay. Yes, we are ready with the sequence, boss. Now come here. What is the name of the sequence, boss? What is the name of the sequence? The name of the sequence is this one. Create a sequence. No, that is not the sequence we have created. Just say refresh. Just a minute. Just say refresh. Vaccine. Vaccine underscore this. This is the name of the sequence we are having. Copy this. Tell me. Dot next val. What guys? Dot next val, sequence generated value I want to take here. Native SQL true. So since I am taking this, taking registration number is mandatory? Yeah? No. Okay, go there. Go to this one. Here taking registration number is mandatory? Yeah? No. Go there. Hmm. Now come here. Here taking registration number is mandatory, yeah, guys? No, no, not required, guys. You can remove that. Fine. Now here, what is this? Remove this one. Now let's have a trial now. Okay. Yes. Like this, we can involve sequence, boss. Yes. Record inserted message has come, and it is happily using sequence generated number as what identity value. Come to this. Oh, we didn't pin it. Fine. Okay. We'll go to tables. Corona underscore vaccine, guys. Data. Say refresh. First, let me pin it. So this thousand has come now. Rusi 1000. Did you notice it? Did you notice it, boss? Yes. Like this, we can perform insert operation, and we can see it is supporting what, guys? Supporting what? JDBC style positional parameters. Did you realize that, boss? Come on. Right. Yeah. Happily keep at the rate modifying at the rate transactional. Don't worry about it. We'll stick to our basic guidelines, boss. Okay. Fine. Okay. Asutosh, modifying tells that it is not a select query, it is a non-select query. Next, at the rate transactional is mandatory to perform non-select operation. Please study Hibernate, you will understand all these things. All non-select operations must be executed in a transactional environment. This will internally take care of commit rollback activities. By default, this query will be treated as a select query to tell that it is not a select query. Okay. Without custom sequence, if you want to generate dynamically, see, you have to use one or other thing to generate the ID value dynamically, guys. Okay, sequence is the one option. Okay, guys. Now listen. We'll put all together. We'll put all together. Mm, Otherwise, here let me paste the sequence also, boss. We may forget later. I created one sequence. Let me paste the sequence here. Yes, guys. Fine. Modifying tell that it is not a select query. At the rate transactional is there to go for commit rollback activities. Okay. Fine, boss. After that, what next? I just want to give one more example related to data activities and one example on DDL queries, table creation kind of thing. Whatever not possible with HQL, JPQL can be done with the support of this. Okay. Now next go for next one is what? Public public date. Public date. Come on, guys. Public date. Get system date. Okay. Get system date. Okay. Array H2 is in memory database. Don't waste your time spending time on in memory databases. Once application down, H2 will be going off. What's the use of spending time? Come on, guys. Okay, don't waste your time spending time on in-memory databases. Get system date, boss. Control plus shift plus. You can take util date or SQL date. Okay. You only think logically. Once application down, data gone. Why should we waste time on in-memory databases? Maybe testing purpose, okay, but in real practices, everyone uses what? External databases like Oracle and MySQL. Okay, now, right. Now tell me here, at the rate query, value is equal to, sir, why are you writing value? I have to write another attribute now, boss. Right now, I'm dealing with this Oracle. Select sysdate. Okay, sysdate, come on. Okay, select sysdate. Select sysdate from dual. Select sysdate from dual. Done. Oh, right, guys. Select sysdate from dual to tell that it is not a HQL, it is a native SQL. Native query is equal to true. What, guys? Native query is equal to true. Done. Okay, come here. Public date. Fetch system date. Fetch system date. Java.util.date. Okay, fine. Kundan Kumar, this is called dual means dummy table, Rababu. Please, guys, select start this dual. This is not double. Okay. So dual is a dummy table. When no table is there, then we will write dual as the dummy table. Sysdate is what? One direct keyword we are having in what? Oracle native SQL to get the system date. Come on, guys. You might have studied all these things in Oracle. Studied or not studied? Okay. Tell me here. Corona report art. First, study the things properly. People are taking a dual as a double. Great fellows. Okay. First time you are studying means you are very weak in Oracle. Improve your Oracle basics. Dual is called dummy table. Written Corona report art get system date was. Okay. Now let's go for this. Since sequence is there, it will insert many and many records. Otherwise, you can comment this. Okay, system date and time. System date and time. What is that? Fetch date and time, guys. Okay, fetch date and time. Okay, runner I am taking, boss. Yeah, 21 7th month, 21 date, 7:54 is coming or not coming? Come on. Okay, It's coming or not coming, boss? Yeah. Yes. Why are you going for native SQL, sir? Array, that is Oracle specific function. If you go to MySQL, some other function will be there, some other keyword will be there to get the system date. So anything that is not possible with HQL or JPQL, you can go for what? You can go for what? That how that SQL query is coming. Array, as a log message, it is coming. Every day it's coming, and today also it's coming. Come on, boss. What's happening? Mr. Nokia, you are not at all doing practicals. As a log message, definitely it will come. Come on. Earlier HQL queries are converted into SQL and they are printed. So now native SQL queries, now they go to database software as it is by just converting small parameters into JDBC style positional parameter. Got it? So definitely they will be printed. Okay. So now I would like to go for okay. Right. Once one will go for one DDL. So as part of DDL, we go for create table activity. What activity, boss? Create table. Int. Array, we sometimes what happens, you'll be forced to create some temporary tables, guys. We'll be forced to create temporary tables on the fly. Generally, requirement will not be there. Only for knowledge sake, I'm talking about. Okay, fine. So what is this? Create temp table. Create temp table. Okay, fine. So now listen, at the rate query value is equal to at the rate query value. Create table temp. Create table temp. Come on, guys. Okay, I'm just taking 1, 2 columns. Column 1, number 5. Column 2, column 2, varchar 220. Column 1, number 5, column 2, varchar 220. Okay, something dummy I am taking, guys. To tell that it is not a SQL query, native query is equal to true. Array, at the rate modifying, it is also non-select query, na? Okay, fine. At the rate transactional. That's it was. So I'm just trying to create one dummy table was nothing else. Okay, yeah, view operations also can be performed was. Right, public int. Okay, create temp table only. Right, create temp table, guys. Next, tell me. Corona report dot create temp table. Nice. Here, what is this? Here, what is this? Into count is equal to service dot create temp table. Into count is equal to 1 table created. Else table not created. Else table not created. Okay. Done, boss. Yeah. Yeah. This don't believe this, guys. This query will give always wrong result. Okay. But table is created. Actually, table created. This non-select, see, DDL queries will not give correct numeric values. Okay, what is the table I have taken? Temp. Column 1, column 2. Column 1, column 2. Yes, listen. Listen, you cannot go by. mm, don't believe numeric values written by DDL queries execution. Right. See, we got a table or not. We got seriously got a table or not. Understanding my point. Okay. Anything that is not possible. Come on. Anything that is not possible. Anything that is not possible with HQL queries, JPQL, you can try with, you can happily try with native SQL. This is what I'm trying to say, guys. Nothing else. Someone asked, can we create logical database? Can we create views? Anything that is not possible is it can. You can happily do it. So then what is, let's write correct message. What's happening? Okay, I think it's giving 0. For table creation, it is giving 0, guys, or negative value. We'll just print once and accordingly we'll modify. Okay, we'll print count once. Yes, if you want to pass dynamic, no, you cannot pass table names as parameters. You already discussed that point. There's no question of passing dynamic names. Table names and column names cannot be passed as query param values. I keep on telling that point. So tempo 1 table I'm taking, boss. Right. Let's see. Tempo 1 table I'm taking, boss. What's the value you're getting? When table is created successfully, it is giving 1, right? When table is created successfully, it's a driver problem. Don't blame yourself. 0 else table not created. It's a driver. JDBC driver issue, boss. Don't blame yourself. Okay? Fine. Right, guys? Like this, we can go for what? DDL queries execution. But very rarely we think about using native SQL queries, guys. In a rare situation, not every situation. Okay, fine. Right. No, it's not reverse. Different drivers will give different return values, numeric values for DDL queries. It's a driver related issue. It's no way related to reverse or whatever it is. Okay. So now let's see. Count to 1. Count to 1. Count to 1. Done, boss. Okay, guys. Done, boss. Okay. Now let me give the this one example code in. Okay, repository interface. Example code in repository interface. Okay. Yes, this is for native SQL queries, guys. All these are native SQL queries. All these are for native SQL queries. Next one. Exa code in service interface. Very fastly, let me give that, guys. Code in service interface. Done. Code in service IMPL. Code in service IMPL class. Right, boss. Done. Code in runner class. Code in runner class. This is for native SQL, guys. Okay, guys. Right, boss. Now listen. Calling PL/SQL procedures and functions. Calling PL/SQL procedures and functions. Okay. Calling PL/SQL procedures and functions. Okay. Using Spring Data JPA. Right. One of your batchmate benefited with this Spring Data JPA knowledge, boss. Everyone, please read the message. Now, market is really awesome, guys. Really awesome. Everyone reads. Having 4 years experience, got offer letter from Emphasis from Hyderabad. They offered me 12 lakh package for Bangalore, 14 lakh package. Capgemini offered 14 lakh package for Hyderabad location. That is in pipeline. Your JPA knowledge helped a lot to crack the interview. Thank you. Market is really bright, guys. Okay, if you want to increase your packages, this is the right time to increase the package. And without giving interviews, by showing other company offer letter, people are directly sitting for salary bargainings. That is also happening. Are you getting my point? For how long market will be good? I think next, no, Java market is always good, but now it is at its peak. At its peak, okay. Java is having all 365 days openings, boss. No doubt in that. Like it's not any other technology. Few days opening, few days openings will not be there. But now it is in peak, especially people are searching for Spring Boot and microservice programmers like anything. Right. Okay. Right now, banking domain and e-commerce domain is really doing well because of Corona, boss. Because of Corona, so that lot of enhancements happening, lot of extensions are happening, so that a lot of use requirements are coming, a lot of upgradation is also happening. Right. So a lot of upgradations are happening. Insurance domain also really doing well. BFSI domain is always good in Java, boss. Banking, financial services, and insurance. As of now, even e-commerce domain is also really doing well. Okay. Now listen. Calling PL/SQL procedures and function. First of all, we'll try to understand. First of all, we'll try to understand why should we go for procedures and functions. Project contains modules now, boss. Certain persistence logic or certain business logic is required multiple modules, guys. So instead of writing as queries in every module, better to write only for one time in database software as PL/SQL procedure or function or not. As PL/SQL procedure or function or not. Okay, listen. To get into every module, authentication is required. Okay, instead of writing authentication related logic as SQL query or JPQL query in every module separately, or it's better to go for what? Come on, PLC call procedure, so that you can write it only for one time in database software, but can be used in all other modules. Can be used in all other modules. Got the point, guys? Okay, guys. Next, one more use case. Hare, university offers different types of programs, boss. What kind of programs? Okay, part-time learning, full-time learning, distance education learning. Come on, so many learnings will be there. In any mode of learning, the way they calculate percentages, the way they calculate attendance percentages, the way they calculate yes, attendance percentage remains same. Instead of writing attendance percentage calculation in every module separately, better to write only for one time in database software as PLC equal procedure and function, and just call in all other modules. Just call in multiple modules, guys. So that is going to be another advantage or not. Or wherever reusability is required in the form of queries, wherever reusability is required in the form of queries, then you can think about going for PLC equal procedure and function. Now listen, moreover, I don't want to see even developer to see the logic behind what, even developer to observe logic behind the code. Instead of asking developer to write queries for authentication and authorization, if you want to hide that kind of logic from developers, then ask some other team to develop what, procedures and function performing authentication and authorization. Just expose procedure name, procedure signature to what, developers, another set of developer. They just take the signature name and other details, and they will be using them to call the procedures and functions. They will be using them to call the procedures and functions. Are you listening my statement, guys? Come on. So ultimately, you have a business logic or persistence logic that is required in multiple modules of a project, and you don't want to expose that one to programmers. You don't want to give along with the source code. This is very secret query. That time better to develop that particular logic as what, PLC equal procedure or functions. Arey, you don't know importance of PLC equal procedures and functions, Ra Babu. Still today, 60 to 70% persistence logic will be developed using SQL queries or JPQL queries or what? OR mapping persistence logic. 30 to 40% persistence logic still happens in the form of what? PLC equal procedures and functions in the industry. Okay, I will tell the real power. When distributed technologies were not there, like web services, EaseAB, RMI, they used to take they used to take the support of PLC equal procedures and functions in order to access the logic from remote places. Array database is there in remote place. Inside that PLC equal procedure and function is there. Okay, happily it is indirectly acting as a distributed logic or not. Distributed logic or not. Now later we got RMI, EaseAB, web service, and number of distributed technology to develop what, distribute applications very popularly was. But before arrival of distributed technology, using PLC call programming only, they used to do distributed logics development, guys. I hope you convinced with my statement, guys. Calling PLC call procedure and functions using Spring Data JPA. Okay. Now listen. Yeah, Rahul is confirming in his project he is using big PL SQL procedure, right? Okay, right, guys. What is this? Please switch off your videos. Why are you keeping videos on, guys? Okay. Instead of writing persistence logic or business logic. Okay, guys. Business logic in every module, in every module of the in every module of the project. Okay, in every module of the project. Okay, it is recommended to write them as PL SQL procedure or function only for one time. Array, listen, these PL SQL procedures and functions can also be called as what? Stored procedures and functions. Why they permanently stay in the database software, guys. Stored procedures or function only for one time in database software. Come on, only for one time in database software. In database software and call them in multiple modules. Call them in multiple modules of the project. Yes, guys. Understanding my point, guys? Come on. Multiple modules of the project. Okay. In order to avoid, this is very important. Okay. Logics are important logics from important logics of authentication, and authorization from developers of the project. Okay, developers of the project. Yeah, they will be developed as they will be developed as PL SQL procedures or function, and only their signature details will be exposed. Details will be exposed to the programmers. Okay, developers. Got the coin point or not there? Okay. Array in JDBC we have worked with callable statement object now, boss. Come on. Callable statement object. Is that clear? Okay. Use case one. What is use case one? Authentication logic. Authentication, comma, authorization logics. Logics will be developed as PL/SQL procedure or function and will be called from multiple modules. Will be called from multiple modules. Yes. Use case to attendance calculation logic. Attendance calculation logics will be developed as PL/SQL procedure or function and will be called from multiple modules. Next, use case 3. Use case 3. Yeah, guys, you can share your experiences of working with PL/SQL procedures and functions. Yeah, billing logics, guys. Billing logics. Billing. Airtel billing is a complex part. Billing, boss. Okay, Airtel billing is a complex billing. They don't want to expose its algorithm. They don't want to expose its details. Come on, to the public. Then they will be developing such logics as what? PL/SQL procedure and will be given to the developers. Will be given to the developers. Understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Right. Okay, guys. Billing logics, claim claim amount logics. Come on. Claim amount logics. Array, when you claim insurance amount, boss. When you claim insurance amount, are you getting my point? Billing logic, claim amount logics, settling claim amount, settling claim amount, settling claim amount logics. Come on. Logics, calculating. Array, student performance will be calculated by what? CGPA, SGPA. Come on. Calculating as student CGPA, SGPA logics. Okay. Right. CGPA logics. Some kind of batch processing operation. Some kind of batch processing operations. Okay. And etc. Logics will be developed as PL/SQL procedures and functions. Procedure are functions, guys. Procedures are functions. At least you got the idea, guys. What kind of logics will be placed? Anything that is common, boss. Anything that is common, that is required in multiple modules or multiple applications of one module. Okay. Yes, those logics will be developed as what? This one. Yes, encryption logic, decryption logics. Yes, what you said is right. Okay. Encryption logic, decryption logics, and joins are required in multiple tables, not on one, two tables, guys. Joins are required in multiple tables. At that time, also, people prefers working with what? PL SQL procedures and functions. Okay. To some people uses PL SQL procedures and function in the pagination activity also. Okay, Spring Data has simplified, guys. But if Spring Data JPA is not there for pagination activities, also to send data page by page based on the received page number, they will take the support of PL SQL procedures and functions. Are you understanding my point there? Right. So, lot of use cases. Anything that is required in multiple modules, anything whose logic they want to hide from developers of the project, because they are very complex and company specific logic they don't want to expose outside. They don't want to see people knowing its algorithms. Even developers should not know algorithms. They make other team to write the logic. Okay. And later those only signature and details will be given to Java development team. Java development team will take the details and will call the procedures and functions. Understanding my statement, guys? A typical Java project, a typical, see, I'm not just telling step one, do this, step two, do this. Anyhow, we will do that. But I want you people to feel the environment. I hope you are feeling the environment. A typical Java project contains 60 to 70% persistence logics using JPQL, HQL, native SQL plus OR mapping logics. That means single row operation, OR mapping logics will be there. Logics. Okay. 30% to 30% to 40% logics. Persistence logics. 30 to 40% persistence logics. Come on, guys. Using PL SQL procedures and functions. Procedures are functions. Okay, guys. Now listen. What's the difference? Array, PL SQL programming. Actual pronunciation, PL by SQL. Programming language by using SQL. That's the meaning of that. PL by SQL, you have to say. Yeah, PL SQL programming is common for all database software or specific to each database software. PL SQL programming will be done using native SQL queries. So it is specific to each database software or not? Come on. Is specific to each database software because we use SQL queries. SQL queries in PL SQL programming. Next. Sir, what's the difference between procedure and function? Okay. PL SQL procedure, okay, does not return a value. Does not return a value. But we can get multiple results or outputs using out params, using out params, guys. Next, PLC call function returns a value. Returns a value. Okay. But we can get multiple results or outputs using return value plus out params. Return value plus out params. I'll tell one small example, guys. I want 5 results from PLC call procedures. Okay, 5 out parameters you have to take. I want 5 results from PLC call function. I have to take what? 4 out parameter, 1 return value. Because at max function can return only 1 value, guys. Come on. 5 results from 5 PLC call procedure. PLC call procedure. Take 5 out params. 5 results from PLC call function. Take 4 out params and 1 return value. Is that clear, guys? Take 4 out params and 1 return value, boss. Right. What return value is compulsory. Return value also there to gather output, but return value is mandatory here. Here, no return value, all outputs should gather through out parameters. Right. Sir, what kind of support we are having in Spring Data JPA to work with PLC call procedures and functions? That I'm going to discuss in tomorrow's session. Very, very important. Don't miss the class. Very, very important, guys. Thank you. Have a nice time. Right.